So today in this video we will focus upon a message from your inner child. The inner child concept is actually relative new, but of course Sigmund Freud also touched within that aspect about things, upbringing, how you were brought up as a child also had effect. But it was someone called Bradshaw that got more focus upon how childhood trauma and how ways of reacting affect your adult life. So let's see, what is the message from your inner child? Remember that this is a general reading, so of course we all have different experiences from our childhood, so take it as it resonates within yourself. So as you can see, I pulled out some oracle cards that can give us some clue about the message from your inner child. As I said, that your inner child is of course reaction patterns that you have brought with you from childhood, either because you have been rejected, or maybe you have been overlooked, maybe you have been treated different from your siblings, I don't know. It differs of course from each and every one of us. So as I said, be discerned and use discernment and take whatever resonates within your own life. So with that said, let's reveal the cards. I think I will go from this point of view today, because I had an experience the other day with that it's like a sequence when you read, right? When you read from a book, at least here in the West. I know that in the East, especially within the Arabic world, they read from right to left. So we in the West, we read from left to right. So let's see. Flow with divine timing. Beautiful. And it's interesting that this is number 11, because there is something about number 11 for it going on at the moment of time. So yeah, be in flow with life. I mean, I feel that, look at this beautiful lady here. She's dancing all over the world. Maybe you yourself are a dancer. But yeah, dance to the beat of your own drum, I feel. Let's look. Winter again. We have the 11, number 22, and it's interesting that today is the 22nd when I record this reading. It's time to go to turn in, it's time to go within. That's the correct translation. It's time to go within and turn into stillness. And you know that winter time is a time of reflection. It's a time for introspection. It's time to take a pause from life. Take a little pause. And just breathe. Let things flow naturally. Let things fall naturally and yeah, evolve exactly as they are supposed to do now. And with the 1111 here, there are some divine guidance, I feel. Let's look at the last one. Collaborate. And again the number 11. This is amazing. 1, 2, 3 cards with the number 11. So I got a message today myself about the reunion of your mind, body and soul. That is for me the Holy Trinity, and you can see that they are holding it's like a triangle that is swirling above these beautiful three ladies here. And interestingly enough, she has a belt with hearts and stars. This woman has a belt with the moon and stars. And this lady has a belt with all combined together with hearts, moon, and crystals. I was sitting and puzzling a little bit about crystals the other day. How to work with crystals. I have very little knowledge, I must admit. I know some crystals and how they can work in use. For the benefit of yourself. But there is something about integration and preparing yourself, of course, for the winter season. Me, myself, when I was a child, I loved winter season. I loved all seasons. Don't get me, yeah. I loved all seasons, but winter season was something special, you know, because you could, at least I am from the very far north, and in my home country, cross-country skiing is very popular, and we grow up, and of course skating is also very popular, but mostly cross-country skiing. And there is a saying within my country that we are born with skis on our feet. Maybe that's true for some. Me, myself, I was very good at skiing and skating and yeah, all types of activities. And I really, really loved it. Each and every time, what is it called? I forgot. But yeah, each and every time the first snow came, I was and I was maybe very, very eager to take out my equipment, winter equipment, and I remember that I could use the whole day just sliding down a hill that I had in my neighborhood. So I slided down and then I went all the way up again, and I slid down and all the way up again. But I made it into a contest. That was the thing that was making this maybe a little bit mundane and boring thing funny, because I made it as a contest. The faster I could slide down the hill, you know, and then I celebrate, yay, she's got the gold medal, and up again, and can she break her record this time, you know. So yeah, and I with the cross country skiing, I made a slope, and I went round, and I imagined that I was competing against one of my home country's best female cross-country skier at that moment of time, and she had won a lot of many gold medals also within the Olympics. So yeah, let's see more message from your inner child. Projections. Maybe you were when you were a child, you were very sensitive. As myself, I was very sensitive towards the energy in the room, because I could sense when people were agitated. I could sense when they were sad, yeah, I maybe tread very careful when I sensed that it wasn't approved for me to be speaking or with a high tone, for example. So yeah, in my home country we are very fond of the quietude. And I feel that sometimes, unfortunately, still we have the mentality of children are only meant to be seen, not to be heard. So okay, let's see. A message from your inner child. Okay, no jumping cards. Then we'll pull out. I feel that we need to shuffle. Okay. The Master. This is a special card in this deck. So yeah, this is not actually within a normal tarot deck. And it's interesting that these two matches the same colors. Look at them. So we'll see the other card first before I say anything about the Master. What are you mastering? Maybe you're mastering of finally listening and acknowledging your inner child. Schizophrenia. This is the Two of Swords. You can see that you are hanging in the limbo between the present. This is the present moment, and you're hanging and clinging maybe still to the past, and are you afraid to let go of the past and enter into the future, because maybe you are afraid of what you will find. You know, schizophrenia is heavy mental disease. Many pictures, things that aren't real, but they of course feel that it is real to them. So we have to acknowledge, of course, that it is real for them, and many of unfortunately hear voices within their head telling them to do bad things. So yeah, it feels, you know, scary. Of course, that is the correct word. It feels scary, and I understand that. Wow, the Hierophant with nothingness. This is such a interesting energy, you know. This card is all about from nothing, everything was created. So when you let go, look at this. You're trying to cling to the past, but you have to let go, and you can't keep on holding yourself like this. So you have to let go. And when you let go, you of course feel that you are in a dark hole. Let's look at the last one. The Page of Swords with the Mind. So I feel that from chaos, when you go into stillness and you quiet the always working mind, the always working thoughts, and acknowledge that you are a little bit like this, you know. That is what your past, that is what your childhood has made you look. Right? You have all these different types of experiences, and maybe you feel a little bit like you have been torn apart. But when you collaborate with the universe, you go with the flow and not fighting against. When you're not fighting against necessarily changes, when you adapt your and listen to your inner child, you know that the world of a child can be and feel very chaotic, right? Because they have a lot of imagination, and that is of course, this mind is also talking about the imagination, right? I remember from my childhood, I had a very high imagination. I made up a lot of stories. It was easy for me to picture myself being in another realm, being time traveling was one thing I really that was a very special thing for me to play. You know, me traveling back in time and having with me the knowledge from this time, you know, and yeah, maybe I was a little inspired with Back to the Future, the Back to the Future movies. I don't know. But I remember I was very interested in the era of the Vikings, because I felt that they were really brave and bold, and yeah, all the opposite of what I saw in my own world at that point of time. Okay, I thank you so much for watching this video. And the mastery, of course, is when you acknowledge, as I said, your past, you let go of past traumas. Yeah, let go of past traumas and integrate. I feel also, just want to say that before I end, I feel also I was sitting here and thinking a little bit about maybe the three aspects, of course, is your inner child, your shadow self, and your consciousness. And the consciousness is not the mind, but it's your soul, it's your heart, what you feel is right. Okay, I wish you all the best, and thank you so much for watching this video. And yeah, bye for now.